another thing that's very important is what Francis de Sales calls prayers of aspirations, is during the day just to turn to the Lord and to say different small phrases in that sense. So the way I look at it is, it's like, if two people are in love, for example, okay, and if work separates them, quite often they will still find ways of communicating. There'll be a quick phone call, or there'll be a text message or something like that. And it's the same in our relationship with God. Sometimes these quick prayers are like a text message to God.
That's fantastic.
And it's important because it's like putting a log in the fire of the love that's between us. So it keeps the fire burning. Without that, kind of, the fire begins to diminish. And once the fire begins to diminish, other things begin then to assume more important, and we become very distracted. And anything can really come in the way of your relationship with God as well, too, in that sense. So apart from the set times of prayer, okay, and especially if I can't do the set times of prayer, I would pray, Also, what I do too is there's a novena of surrender. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Oh, yeah.
Surrender by Piccolo Dell'Indio. Now, I find that sometimes, if I'm going through difficulties, and I find it very difficult to quieten myself inside, because sometimes when you're working through issues, which can go back to childhood, for example, there can be a lot of emotional stuff that comes up, and it can be difficult or painful. And it's very difficult to pray, because we're human beings at the end of the day. If you're tired, it's going to be difficult to pray. If you haven't got enough sleep, you're going to fall asleep during your prayer. Okay. Yeah. With physical bodies, we pray with our bodies as well too. If you're anxious, if stuff is kind of getting to you, if you're worried about something, it's going to be very difficult to set that aside to pray. So sometimes it has to become part of your prayer. So what I found, for example, when I have difficulty trying to settle, quite often I would do the novena of surrender. And I find it brings me to that place of peace where then I can begin to meditate.
Wow.
Now, for example, when you talk about meditation, for example, like I said, I spend an hour, but actually my meditation could be 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it takes that while to get into it.
It could be 55 minutes of preparation in order to meditate.
Yeah.
In that sense, I find I have to quieten myself down. But I find that sometimes it's good to do vocal prayer to begin to settle yourself, to bring you to that space where then, okay, now you can begin to listen to God.
If you liked what you just saw and would like to see the full interview, click on the Watch More box above, or else click on the link in the description box below. Make sure to also click on the subscribe button above so as to receive more regular content. Thank you.